spend time at the Liverpool Heart and Chest Hospital. Being able to have friends and family close by can be incredibly important. And that's where Robert Owen House comes in. To tell us more, we are joined by the chair of Robert Owen House, Glenda Corkish, and June Young, who is one of those who set up the Friends of Robert Owen House charity over here. And Glenda, first of all, many of us very familiar with the name Robert Owen. Who was he?
Professor Owen. He was orthopaedic surgeon, a very eminent orthopaedic surgeon, and he's written a number of books. I've only actually been able to get my hands on one, and I've read that one, and it's very good. But apparently he brought in a lot of things that are still being used in the orthopaedic world. And unfortunately, earlier on this year, he passed away. He was 95, but he was a lovely man. Lovely man. We gave him a 90th birthday present because he was here.
Oh, really?
And he wouldn't tell anybody when his birthday was.
Oh.
But we knew it was December. So we got him a glass, one of those glass globy things with a flat front, and had on it, Happy 90th Birthday,
Oh, lovely.
Prof.
Oh.
You know, and it's been in the front of his glass cabinet all these years. Yes.
So when was Robert Owen House set up then?
I think it'll be 24 years this year. I'm pretty sure it's 24 years this year.
And just remind us of the story of how it all came about.
Well, Professor Owen was in there for heart surgery himself, and it's not really the most elegant place to be looking for somewhere to stay. So he noticed that they were just using a house that was in the grounds right opposite the wards of Liverpool Heart Chest Hospital, that it was only being used for storage. So he persuaded the powers that be that he could use it. And they said yes, he could have a big long lease on it, but he had to raise all the money himself. There'd be no health money, no money coming from anywhere. And he raised it to get it all set up. But we've put an extension on since, and there's now 17 ensuite rooms. And we've got a quiet room. That's the latest bit that we've put on. And it is a fantastic place.
And June, I mentioned that you were one of those instrumental in setting up the Friends of Robert Owen House charity over here. How did that come about?
Well, I was there with my late husband David, who was a patient at the time. And when he recovered from his surgery, we were just going to do a thank you to them, to do a fundraiser on the island. And I was surprised how many people sort of got in touch. And from that, we had Jill and Ian Wells. They joined, and Joy Burney, and I'd met her when we were away. And then it just sort of snowballed. So from there on, we just did fundraisers. And when David died, a couple of years later, I decided to take a year out and really go to town, trying to get Robert Owen House, more people being aware, and still are aware of what goes on.